Hello 3 designers, welcome back to the Sculpted Not Ring demonstration. This is the beginning of part 2. Let's hop back into the workspace. Okay, so this is the beginning of part 2 of Sculpted Not Ring. I'm going to switch back to polygonal mode, and yeah, you see we have it going under, 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 and under, like so. Okay, so anywhere it goes under, it's got to come up and over. So I'm going to go in here, grab that edge tool again, and select there, 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 and there. Get rid of those edges. If you notice, I'm missing an edge here and an edge here, so I have to add those. Using the split edge tool again, like so. Do this one. Alright, so on this side it came under, so on this side it's going to have to come up. Started in the wrong place there. Got to go across here to there to there now. Perfect. Okay, and now because it's coming up, it's got to come down. And that matches it up with the other side. That comes back up. Perfect. So I'm just going to do all the other two middle sections. This one, this one, this one, that one, and that one, that one, that one, that one. Get them. Gone. Deleted. There we go. And we're going to subdivide out again. I was missing some edges that I have to add back in. You see what I mean that I'm missing them? There's no edge there. It was one when we were doing our first subdivisions, when we were capping. Somewhere when we were mirroring, there wasn't an edge in this place. It's fine. We'll just fix it now and get these scissors going again. And let's look. This one is going over and under. So we're going from here down, across to there, and up, and on the other side we're coming down from there across to there and back up. That side is good, so this side should be the opposite of that. It's coming down from here across and up, and the same on this side, down, across, and back up. Okay, that looks good. We have to do one last set. That's these here. I'm just going to do them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 edges. Get rid of them. I'm missing some vertices again. I'm missing some edges rather. Vertices are the points, edges are the edges. Going to go through and just make sure I get everything. So I'm going to go fast now, and I'm not going to do them in the same order because I want you guys to start to get a sense of what and where and why. Okay, and this side needs to come down. Yeah, this is called surface subdivision. It's a different type of modeling than solid modeling or surface modeling. It was actually, I think, you guys don't hold me to this, but I think it might have been created by Pixar when they were first making their animated feature films. Okay, so I got this one's got to go. Sorry, I was talking about Pixar and I got distracted. Let me make sure everything is okay. I think we're in good shape still. One more set, and this one comes up, over, and down. There we go. I think that's all of them. Let's turn it to actual view and hide our image on plane. change it back to surface mode, and yeah, it looks like we did good. So yeah, you see, pretty quickly we were able to get this sculpted knot. Now I just want to go back in, and I think I noticed along the way I might be missing some edges. No, actually I look good. I'm going to grab this face, this face, this face. Oh, I am missing an edge. You see that? Trim. Put one there. Now go back to my faces, like so. I'm going to turn it to actual view, and we're going to use the move tool and just pull those up like that. Perfect. Now we're going to grab that one, these two. Yeah, so we've prepped the surfaces by subdividing them, and now we can really manipulate them and give the look we're going for. And to me, that looks great. So I'm going to check it one more time. Turns this plasticky gray, perfect, and check intersections. Turns blue. Okay, now I'm going to exit the 3-shaper completely this time, all the way back to the solid module, and then File Save. Nice. And now I'm going to do a 3-rail sweep, which you should have seen in 1, 2, 3 sweeps, solid module fundamental. I'm going to show my axes and planes and put a sketch on the front view plane. Throw down a ring size 6, validate. I'm going to turn off my grid snaps because they're on from before, and use the symmetrical vertical tool to draw a shank. Probably 4 or 5 control points. I'm going to want to do a split shank that's kind of come up and hug the Celtic knot. I want the 3 points at the top, which is probably one more than ideal for making the curve. But I want the extra 3 points at the top, even though it's more difficult to get the exact curvature I want. I'm going to want them for the next step. Okay, so this looks okay to me. A little flat here. Looks good. This is about 2 millimeters here, so I am constantly measuring. But because I have my grid snaps set up this way, I can just see exactly where I'm at in terms of the dimension. And I want it to be slightly off round. Another trick I sometimes do is I'll do an offset of, let's say I want 2 millimeter thickness. I'll go 2 like that, and then I'll actually freeze it. And then I'll use that to, if I freeze it, it turns black, and then I'll use that to line it up to get the exact roundness of the shank, usually up until about this point when I start giving it a little bit more thickness. But yeah, I think that should be good enough for our purposes. I can actually go ahead and delete that frozen curve now. That was just a visual reference for me. Next step, I'm going to look at it from the side view, and I'm going to do a move in 2D. Like so. 1.5 millimeter, and validate. Okay, I'm going to leave the sketch for a moment, and I'm going to use a move rotate scale and position the knot right above the finger. I also am going to look at the thickness and turn off keep ratio and change it to, let's say, 2.75. Looks good. And 18. So as you can see, it shrunk significantly. Change it back to 20 by 18. That looks good. Validate. And now I'm going to apply a double bend to it to match the finger size. Like that's good. Bring it down. Bring it up just a little bit more like so. And perfect. I'm going to double click back and go into my sketch, and now I'm going to start to shape this ring in 3-dimension. This is why I wanted this extra point there. I'm going to take this point, and that point, and do a move. You can do moves to points too, and bring it out like so. Look at it from the top, and I'm actually going to use the lock Z command. Lock Z is there, and I'm going to position like so. Now I want the bottom thickness to be, that's fine, 1.5. Look at it from the side now. I want it to kind of come up like a split shank. I think this one's probably in too far. That's probably fine. And like this, like that. Alright, well, we'll sweep it and see how it goes. We can always change it. I'm going to go ahead and draw my first cross section now. I'm going to turn my grid snaps back on, and I'm just going to draw with the symmetrical vertical tool. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Before I leave, I'm going to turn off that Z lock. Okay. Now, I only have 2 rails as of now. In 1, 2, 3 sweep, we use the mirror. This time we're going to use the move. It'll work like an offset. We'll just move it by 2.25 and validate. Now we have 2. And just like 1, 2, 3 sweep, we're going to choose 1, 2, 3, sweep. What do we do when it's messy like this? We can rebuild. Like that. And validate. Great. Now that I've set it up with this one curve as kind of the control, I'm actually going to turn those Z-lock back on, pull it out, recompute. I can look at it from the top, same thing. Pull it out. Oh, grab the wrong one. Grab this one, pull it out, recompute. Getting really close. This one, I'm going to turn that Z-lock off for a second. Pull this one out that way. And recompute. A little bit further down on the Z, we'll bring it to 10, let's say. And we'll bring it over a touch and just recompute that. I think we should be getting pretty close to what we're looking for. Yep, that looks good to me. Might be a little low here, but we can always raise up our move, rotate, scale. Leave the sketch, and I'm going to do a quick cut and delete, keeping this side, and I'm going to mirror it over to the other side as a visual. Okay, looking great. So again, I have to wrap up part 2, and you can pick it up again with Sculpted Knot Ring part 3.